It's Rob!
Tony! And I'm Jeff.
We're in gaming.
And that's you.
Hello gamers and welcome back to the Inn. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we've got a lot of stuff to cover in this free-to-play episode. I'm actually really excited because I have actually made a list of things I want to discuss instead of just randomly spurting about them during the video at random times, and there's a lot of good points I want to get to, but first, something I've decided is that we have 1,300 gold. There's no possible way I'm going to spend this very quickly in Arena, so I think it's pack time, guys. And that's not the pack button. This is the pack button. The Grand Tournament is not something I really want to buy right now. I'm really looking to build my Classic Collection and my GVG because we do plan on building Mech Mage. So, we're going to buy 3 Original and 3 GVG, and that still leaves us with a decent amount of gold to continue doing Arena, because Arena only costs 150, and I don't think we're going to buy... I plan to buy Nax Ramus first, but I don't really need anything out of there in particular. Like, Mech Mage doesn't need Mad Scientist to be effective. So, here we go. I'm feeling lucky, guys. This is the first time we've actually bought packs with gold on this account, and I'm feeling something big, guys. And I've got so many things more I would like to discuss. Like, I am really hyped about this episode, because there's just so many things I've been thinking about. I've taken all of your comments into consideration, and have kind of laid out everything that I've planned out for the channel for the next couple months, what direction we want to take, and it's good stuff. So this episode, if you're watching, please leave feedback on it so I know what the hell you guys think of what I'm gonna go discuss while we're playing. We're also going to be doing ranked with the cards we get out of these packs, which we haven't opened yet. So this will actually be a little bit different than we're normally used to. Are you kidding me? Oh, Defender of Argus is good. I cannot complain. Even getting a rare that's good on the free-to-play account makes me happy, because at least it can be used for something instead of, you know, like a useless rare, like a young priest. I'm feeling at least maybe 2 epics or 1 legendary in these 6 packs. Like, I'm really feeling it. This flame cannon, I guess, is okay for Mech Mage if we really need cards. Besides that, this pack was kind of weak. Gotta go back to the originals. I'm feeling some OG cards, guys. Like, you know how happy I'd be if we got a Dr. Boom? Like, I would jump out of my seat. You'd see me, you'd hear me run down my downstairs, and you'd probably just, the video, that'd be it. It'd be like a 3-minute video of me getting Dr. Boom, and then go, oh! It was so close! It was so close! It was so far away! I was about to freak the fuck out, guys. I seriously was gonna be done. I was gonna be done. And it's fucking Flame Leviathan, this piece of shit. Fuck you, man. I would have been happy with a Trogzor. You know, boy, a Trogzor. But it gives me this. I actually might put that in my deck just to fucking troll. You know what, we're gonna open up this another GVG, because I'm feeling double legendary shenanigans. Double legendary shenanigans! Oh, no. No. Flame Leviathan is what it was, boys. Alright, epic, epic, epic. Golden? This is useless! I'll take it. Because we can DE it. Alright, so now we got 750 gold. Should we buy one more pack? No. How many quests do we have? We're buying one more pack. Let's buy 1 normal, because we got a legendary. Whoa, 100 gold. All right, right here. Epic, epic. No, there's a rare, but there's still possible abilities. Yo, boy, called it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get. Did I not call an epic? Did I not call the epic? I knew I called the epic. I was just feeling it. I was just feeling it, guys. When you feel the mojo, guys, you just gotta go with it. And then, that's that. Okay, so Mech Mage, here we go. That's going to be, okay, so first decks I'm gonna build on this account are going to be, well, aim to build, are Mech Mage, and you know what? We're gonna say Mech Mage-ish, because it's not really a Mech Mage until we get all the cards necessary. So we're going to do the core of the deck first, and then from there, we'll kind of, we'll fondle around with what we can and can't do. From there, what I was mentioning is, so Mech Mage is going to be our go-to deck, and then after that's going to be Face Hunter, and that's just because both of these decks are really cheap to build, and, and they're really effective. So we're looking at the mechs. What do we got? We got spider tanks. Okay, that's good. We need piloted shredders. So we're going to have to craft those. This is not something... We also need Cogmasters and a Noyotrons. Dear God, we have nothing. Have mercy. We're gonna lose so much dust here, guys. Okay, so what can we go without? So we need these. We're already down to 210. All right, we gotta make this pure budget. All right. I don't think there's a way around the cog masters. Those are definitely bread and butters. All right. How do we now have harvest golems? Gee willikers, guys. This is gonna be so hard. I'm thinking technician or the clockwork knights. Let's see what we have so far. So we have those, we have those. We've got currently 15. We have half the deck. So let's go back into the mage. Flame Leviathan is a mech, but it's a cancerous mech. Oh, we're gonna DE that. We're gonna DE that. That's a lot of dust. We can't go around. We're actually gonna put double intellect in here. Let's DE this motherfucker. Are you sure? I'm positive. 100%. Okay. So now we actually have room to craft things that we need. No, where you want to go in the neutrals. From here, we need to type in mech. So we're going to... I'm having a hard time between crafting Harvest Golem, but I don't think I do. Do the Technician. Technician's a pretty powerful card. I think our early game mechs are pretty much no target dummy. Actually, I want to DE the target dummy. We do not need target dummy. We also don't need Alarmo bot. This is making room for plenty of cards, guys. So we're actually going to throw in one Clockwork Knight. We could craft a Piloted Sky Golem. This is a card that we could craft. How's it looking? How is this looking, guys? What are we missing? Mana Worm. Where are you at, buddy? Is Mana Worm a card that's not... You actually have to craft Mana Worm? You do. How you doing? Alright, so Mana Worm. Then I kind of want to put in... What are we missing? I think this is going to be... This looks pretty solid for it being, you know... let's throw in a Flame Cannon. I think that's pretty solid. What else are we missing, guys? Oh! I know what we're missing. Hogger. we'll troll lols. Throw him in there. So we're looking for a little bit more mech synergy in here. So we've got... I believe we need another 2-drop. So I think a Noyotron is for... We need him. I was thinking we could probably get around him, but he's too good not to. He allows us... He's like the... Not the mirror entity, but he's like... what is it called? Where is it? He's the... Mirror Image. That's the card I was thinking of. So we need 4 more cards. Normally these 4 cards would be like Archmage, Boom. We actually could put in the Pyroblast. Not that this is a normal card we put in, you know, but I think it'll get the job done. Okay. What else? Let's throw in another Polymorph. Can't really go wrong with that. I guess we could throw in a Flame Cannon. Because it's not gonna be, you know, the prime time. Maybe another Flame Strike. This isn't gonna be the prime time mech mage we're used to that has the fucking all the shenanigan cards in it. This is gonna be like the low budget, you know, we do what we can with what we got kind of deck. So I think this is actually pretty good. I'll go into ranked with this, and then we'll discuss some of the other stuff I have in our agenda. Okay, but first, let's make sure these quests align up with what Hunter or Mage, Priest or Warlock. So this one really doesn't, the Priest or Warlock doesn't match up, so hopefully it's something like, whoa, that's a free pack. So actually, I'll do that on my own time, so it doesn't waste your guys' time. So we're going to do ranked, and we're going to go in here, and we're going to reply back to this guy. Yeah, of course, man. Okay, so a couple questions I got from you guys. So, Tavern Brawl seems to be a really popular thing you guys would like me to do. So from there, we're going to, what I thought about is each week, since I have to play a game anyway, and it's a random person, why not make it one of you guys? So with that, on Wednesday when Tavern Brawl opens up, or whatever day it ends up opening up for me if they delay it or whatnot, I will post on Instagram, Twitter, or if you see me online, and it's Tavern Brawl is open, you can shoot me a message and be like, hey, do you want to play Tavern Brawl for this week? And I will respond back to you if I am versing someone already planned for that week, or if you can be the person we verse for the next week. And the video that we play the viewer in the Tavern Brawl will be posted just like a normal free-to-play episode. It'll be part of the episode, and of course, I will say who we're playing and that they're a follower and whatnot. So that'll actually be pretty cool, and I think that's a good way for me to engage with you guys a little bit more than just answering comments and, you know, replying actively. You know, I like participating with you guys because it's like I know you in a way. Which I think is fun. So let me think of what you or let me know what you think of that idea. I think it was a great idea. It seems really fun, and we can definitely do a lot with it. I wish we had a mech, because then we could coin out the technician, which would be a really powerful turn 3 play, but we don't. So I think we could Cogmaster, swing our mana into the 1/1, but that really doesn't seem that great. But he has the ability to Rockbiter Weapon and Flame Tongue Totem, and then he would be able to make this trade. So unfortunately, I think this is something that has to be done, and we should save coin just in case we get like a Shredder next turn. We only have one set of 4-drops too, which I might change out. Maybe. But we are running 2 polymorphs, so that also is a thing. But yeah, so Tavern Brawl idea, let me know what you guys think about that. Good stuff. Oh, God, this hand is so dry, guys. This is painful for me right now. So we're gonna have to pretty much play this with no ability. He's gonna be a nice 3/3 scum. Alright. After that is, a lot of people have been saying, not a lot of people, but a couple people have been saying, all you're doing is arena. It's kind of boring just seeing arena over and over again. Can you play ranked? But the problem with playing ranked on the free-to-play account, which I think I've mentioned before, is you don't have cards. And the only way to get cards is to do arena. So it's kind of a cycle that you have to do arena to get cards, packs, and dust to be able to do ranked in order to get the decks to do it. So it's kind of a thing that it feeds off of each other. So I'll try to do ranked a little bit more now that we actually have a mech deck that could possibly work, thanks to Flame Leviathan getting disenchanted for 500 dust. But yeah. Wow, this is such a bad hand. Like double polymorph, flame strike, flame cannon. What are we gonna do with this? So flame cannon. 4 ping for 1, play another Cogmaster, but then we're susceptible to like a Lightning Storm. But if he had a Lightning Storm, wouldn't he have played it by now? So we're gonna make the assumption if he had Lightning Storm, he would have played it. And we're gonna swing. This is like the weakest start a mech mage has ever had. I think it's just I don't know. Double polymorph and double flame strike's pretty slow. But we should have drawn into like spider tanks and stuff. We'll look at the curve and see how many creatures are in the deck in a second. I might have put too many spells. Who knows? Okay. So, another thing I have mentioned here before. He would. He held it. He's cheating. 6-drop? That's not a 6-drop. So we're gonna ping off this. We're gonna swing for 3 because he's just gonna swing his 1/1 into our 3/1 next turn anyway. And there's no way to heal it, and I do not want to coin out a Flame Strike on 2 cards that have 1 health. Unfortunately, we have ways to get rid of pretty much whatever he plays, and when he gets low enough, we'll be able to burst him down with Fireball, and we also have Pyroblast in the deck, so that helps because we don't have Dr. Boom or Archmage. So, all right, that's not a big deal. We can literally just. Yeah, I think sheeping that as actually the best option because we don't want to waste a Fireball because this is going to be a burst damage towards the end if we can get our Mana Worm to live just a tidbit longer. Nice. So we can actually do the how you say the wombo combo. Do some of this. Do some of that shenanigans. This guy has powerful attacks. We swing and we are pushing lethal next turn because this is 4, 8. That's like 1,200 damage. Alright, so, okay, common question is, all you play is Hearthstone, can you play something else? So, with that, I don't mind playing other games. I actually play other games all the time, I just don't post them because this channel is mostly known for being a Hearthstone channel, and I happen to be, I think, okay at Hearthstone enough to talk about it and to help other players better themselves at Hearthstone. Some of their games not so much, but I'll be more than happy to post some other games on here, such as like Heroes of the Storm, maybe Duelist. I heard that's a really fun game to play, and it's very similar to Hearthstone, so I wouldn't mind maybe starting that up. It's up to you guys. I will keep mentioning this throughout the next couple of videos, and if you want to leave what game or ideas you have for that in the comment section, I will tally up all of the responses we get, and then I will pick, or the game will actually pick itself through you guys' responses, what other games might be good for me to play. So I think I'm going to Flame Strike here and just go face. I really don't feel like going through all of this, even though it's really not that powerful, but we're pushing lethal anyway next turn. So even though he does have hand advantage, he still has to get rid of the Mana Worm. We still have Pyroblast somewhere in here. Double Intellect, which allows us to pretty much refill our hand at any point in time. And Nixie is pretty scary, but you know what's scarier? A Mana Worm with a Fireball attached to it. He just used all his mana. Poor guy. His field is pretty scary, though, because he could, like, Bloodlust and pretty much automatically win. How much would Bloodlust? Bloodlust does 3 each, and he's got 7 creatures on the floor, so that's 21 already, plus the one they have is 6, so that's 27, plus a Nixie is 8. That's definitely a game. What a powerful play. You know what's more powerful? A Mana Worm. So, also, another thing I wanted... Ooh, win streak bonus. How exciting. So we're actually going to be... Ooh, quests. How exciting. Alright. Another thing I wanted to do was start answering comments that we get on our YouTube in the videos we get themselves. So after each video, we get anywhere between 20 to 40 comments, some of them being really detailed. You guys will ask specific questions about specific decks and why some cards are better than others, or why this, why that. And in order for me to respond in an adequate manner, it would take me, you know, a paragraph or two, which is really long for me to type out every single time I do a video, at least 10 times or more. So, and sometimes you guys ask the same question, but maybe a little bit different. So it's kind of, I don't want to oh man, what do we do here? I think this is really hard. I think the Annoyotron goes away because we can coin on turn 2 for the turn 3, play this on turn 3, and then Piloted Shredder on turn 4. So normally Annoyotron, but Annoyotron is so good against a warrior because he has to waste his charges to kind of get through it. So I think I'm going to hold on to Annoyotron just because of the Divine Shield and the taunt it gives. Normally I'd probably send it back, but I kind of like it versus a warrior. Because on turn 2 we can coin... The fuck did he just play? Oh yeah, we're ranked 20. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, Mana Worm. That's pretty cool. So yeah, what do you got? Kind of got cut it off there. So answering questions in the middle of videos. So for instance, let's say Tommy asks a specific question. I'll be like, hey, I answered your question in free to play episode blank at this time, instead of, you know, writing out a 2-paragraph essay. So also that's another thing I wanted to get back to you guys on, because I know kill off. I think I'm gonna. Should we kill off the boar? I don't even think we do. We can. He'll probably just suicide into like the Mana Worm and then execute it or slam it or something. So either way, he takes 2 damage. We get the armor away. So even if he had like Shield Bash, he's gonna have to armor up and Shield Bash instead of being able to Shield Bash and not having to armor up. So the armor up takes 2 mana, so it helps us from him being able to develop the field. So if he has Shield Slam or whatever it is. Okay. So yeah. Got that covered. Another thing I put in here is, as I mentioned before, he's running definitely a face deck, so we're probably instead, we could still play out the Technician. Never mind, I was going to say we could ping this off because it'd be pretty good, but I think we have other methods. Wow, double Annoyotron. It's going to be pretty annoying for him to get through. I don't mind killing him. We don't have to kill the 1/1. Our damage outbeats that 1/1, and he's going to probably end up suiciding into one of these creatures anyway and executing it. So we identified that our Mech Mage and Face Hunter are probably going to be some of the... God dang it, stop playing freaking aggro creatures. Mech Mage was going to be some of the first decks we build on this account. After that, really not sure what I want to do. Even Face Hunter is still questionable. It's in the air right now. So if you guys have a better idea of a deck that we can play or I can build besides Mech Mage and Face Hunter that's pretty effective and also cheap, I'm all ears on what else we should build. I think we piloted Shredder, and how many... I don't think he has any really buff cards in this deck. If he was playing like Priest or maybe Paladin, I would kill the 1/1 just because of Blessings of King and Divine Spirit, and it allows it to make favorable trades. But in Warrior, like, what buff card do you have besides like Rampage or something? And it has a 1 attack, so it's not even... You can't even Rampage it anyway if it takes damage, because if it takes damage, it dies. So... what kind of shenanigans has he got? He's got that Silverback Gorilla. Such a shitty card. Dude, this boar has put in some work so far. I really don't think we need to... I think it's about time we throw down the Annoyotron. So we'll throw down the Annoya, we'll ping off the 1/1, we'll swing into his 1/4, and we'll swing for 3 face. This way, if he plays a weapon, he's got to get past the Divine Shield and the Taunt. If he doesn't execute, the creature that we put damage on is going to summon another creature. Ideally, it's not a Doomsayer. We put it in between these two creatures, so if it pops out to be like a Dire Wolf, it'll buff both these creatures on the side, maybe buffing the Annoyotron, so if he has a weapon, he'll actually swing into the Annoyotron, taking more damage than normal. What the fuck is going on? Rank 20 plays! Rank 20 plays! There's the Dire Wolf that we were just talking about. Is he going to even attack? I don't think he's even going to attack. So if he doesn't attack, I'm pretty sure we're just going to Frostbolt this Oracle right here. We'll swing our Mana Worm into his Dire Wolf. We'll swing our Annoyotron into the 2/3 and then swing with 7 to face. Seems like a pretty decent play. We don't have to swing Annoyotron into it, so that actually made it a little bit easier on us. So Frostbolt this. We're actually going to develop the Technician. We're susceptible at this point to... Brawl, but we're going to make the assumption he doesn't have Brawl or he would have used it last turn. From here, is there any other thing? Yes, one more thing I wanted to bring up. I keep looking over here because that's where I wrote all the notes. So our most common questions we get about the channel is almost done. For those of you who have sent your emails to not in-gaming, but public hyphen, which is the dash, relations@ingaming.com. Thank you for all those messages we've received, and we've got them, so that's good. Let me make this play, and I'll continue with what I was saying. I think we sacrifice our Mana Worm. Good Mana Worm, dead Mana Worm. We could have Flame Cannon there, but I really didn't feel like it. We probably could have just pushed Lethal there. What is this? 8? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could have won in some fashion of using a plethora of spells, but it doesn't really matter too much. I'm pretty sure this game's in the bag. I keep holding on to my spare parts as if we have Archmage and we're gonna like draw into them, just out of like tendency. Because you play this with Archmage, you play this deck a little bit different. Like, you wouldn't want to use these unless you have Archmage, especially like the one that turns your stuff invisible. But because this doesn't run Archmage, we could probably use these a little bit more aggressively to maybe like attack with the Technician and then play it again and then get another one that may be more useful, or maybe like redoing an Annoyotron so it has Divine Shield and full health again. So it all depends on the situation, I suppose, we're in, that we'd want to use these spare parts a little bit more aggressively than saving them for the Archmage, because obviously we don't have it. So that's something we need to pay attention to. So, what rank should we aim for? I have to write a paper tonight, but I figured I need to finish my drink first, and then we'll write a nice paper drunk. Those are the best kind of papers. And I believe that's the last question. There's another question I'm going to ask, but I'm going to save that for the next video. I've already covered a lot, and I hate looking over here and spending more time asking questions and wanting to receive feedback more than interacting with the game and talking about what's going on. So I appreciate everybody who's still been listening. Any comments we received, thank you. Really, you guys don't understand how much I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. It's like insane, because like when we first started the channel, for the good 1 to 3 months, videos would get maybe 100 views, period. Like, that's it. 100 views capped out. by like 2 months in, 1 comment, 2 comments, one's from my mom who doesn't even know what the hell is going on. She's like, "Good job, Rob!" And I'm just like, "Thanks, Mom." And then like the other comments from someone I know, and he's like, "Keep it up, Warshack." He didn't even want to say Rob. He's just like acting like he doesn't know me because I asked him to leave the comments. I'm like, "Hey, you want to check out the video? Let me know what you think." And now it's like we post a video and there's at least, 10 comments by the end of the day, 20 comments at the end of the day, whether it be you guys are saying, "Hey, the videos have helped me," or "Hey, what about this? What about that? What do you think about that card over that card?" It's awesome to know that people are actually watching these videos. And you're enjoying them, you're learning from them, you're actually interacting to the point where you're asking about other cards that could be implemented instead that may be better. So it's a great feeling, and it's just so cool. Like, it's just so cool to me. So I just want to say thank you, guys. Just seriously, thank you. Probably don't say it enough. And for those of you who are still watching, this is for you guys. Okay, so back to the game. Zombie Chow turn 1, really strong priest play. Oh boy. Pinging the Zombie Chow really doesn't do much at all. Developing the Clockwork Gnome, he's just going to suicide into it. He's going to kill something with the Zombie Chow. We're not going to be able to really take advantage of it. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be the Clockwork Gnome that dies, so we won't even benefit from the Technician. But we have the Spider Tank to back it up on turn 3 if he ends up... So depending on what he kills right here, we're going to either play one of these two. And the Arcane Intellect is good, considering our hand is bad. But having 3 3-drops in our hand on turn 1... going into turn 2, drawing into another 3-drop is not good. Maybe if we would have drawn into like a 4-drop or a 5-drop, we could actually add in the Clockwork Knight in here. We're lacking in, I think, the creature cards. So he ended up playing killing that card, the 2/1. Okay. So we could end up killing the Zombie Chow by Rusty Horning and then pinging, and then this is at 1 HP. Or we could develop the Spider Tank, which I think is a little bit better. And if he ends up swinging his Zombie Chow into the Mana Worm, we can actually just kill it off with the Spider Tank and play probably the Technician, or maybe if we draw into a 3-drop mech, we'll play the Mech Warper. So it all depends. I would say a Northshire Cleric would be pretty bad for us right now. Along with Priest, don't have a good way to get rid of cards with 1 HP unless they want to waste the Holy Nova, so we won't overextend too much on going on to turn 5, because we know that's a possibility. And he played Zombie Chow on turn 1, so we have to assume he's bought Naxxramas, which means he's probably not that bad. He's got the Heroes of the Storm back, so he obviously plays other Blizzard games, which means he's familiar, with other MOBAs, which are sometimes good too, I guess. So we're going to throw out the Technician because we never drew into the mech. Going to kill off that for sure. It's going to heal us even though we're at full. That's why Zombie Chow is so powerful. Like, if you can draw that on turn 1, most of the time it takes out a creature, which it did, and it got value out of dealing damage to 2 other creatures, and it didn't even get the effect of healing me up. So people will ask, why is Zombie Chow good? It's good for that reason right there. If you get it on turn 1, it doesn't do any healing. Like, there's no effect. It was pure benefit from him. Alright, so as we know, this is going to deal 1 damage to everything on the field when it dies, which means our Mana Worm is going to die regardless. So I believe our best bet here is to probably get our hand as big as possible. Having this at 4 attack is pretty nice because it can't be Shadow or Death. I wish we had this had 1 more attack because then we would sacrifice it. So I almost have to cast another spell. But I really don't want to because I don't want to make this 5 attack. And I don't want to make this 3 attack, 5 attack. Because then it's going to have 1 HP when this explodes. So we're almost going to have to swing our 4-drop into that. Leaving... Nope, because that would leave us susceptible to Holy Nova. So we're actually going to do this action right here. So we're still going to be susceptible to Holy Nova, but we didn't have to waste a spare part. Not that wasting spare parts is bad, but we need Archmage, guys. We already have 2 spare parts in our hand. It's going on almost turn 7. We need Archmage. So ideally, he does not have Holy Nova here. If he doesn't have Holy Nova, we're in the clear because we'll be able to make favorable trades next turn throughout the Mech Warper, maybe draw into another creature. If not, we Arcane Intellect. Soul Priest into Circle of Healing. There you go. Kill off those 2 creatures with a combined health of 3. Good play. So we're going to ping that off, play a piloted shredder, and end our turn. So, bad play for us. He entombs it because this is probably one of the bigger cards in our deck. Piloted shredder being a big card. I think the biggest card in our deck is the fucking Clockwork Knight. So we definitely no. We've got Hogger. We've got Hogger. Polymorph off the top, baby. That's not a polymorph, but that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So what? We ping it. This is so bad. Because even Frostbolt doesn't kill it. I guess a Fireball kills it, but then we don't develop anything besides like a Cogmaul. A Cogmaster. And we use a Fireball. Or we could Arcane Intellect and hope. We get a Polymorph. How many cards left? 18? 2 Polymorphs in deck. You know what? I'm gonna go for the developing field. I don't want to base it off of having to get a. We still have Pyroblast, which we haven't drawn, by the way, in any of our games. I'm waiting for that Pyroblast. No one's gonna expect a Pyroblast. I remember winning so many games in the, I believe, Super Secret Mage. There was a Pyroblast. That deck was really fun. Uh-oh. I see some shenanigans with our green screen. Is there? Looks fine. Must have been seeing shit. It was like a little fuzzy at the top. No, I ain't seeing shit. I see it. I'm gonna fix it. I fixed it. I fixed it. So what are we susceptible to right here? Not that. That's pretty good. Because now if we Frostbolt, it doesn't die. We Flame Strike. It also doesn't die because it only does 4 damage. We need a Zerdrix. No, we don't need a Zerdrix. I was going to say maybe having the extra spell power would be good, but I don't think so. Not in this deck. So Flame Strike does not kill this. What, we'd swing the 3-2 into this, that into that, clear field, have to waste that. What are we hoping to draw if we play this? Nothing. This needs to die. So, the best way to kill that, we could spare parts this, ping this, but then the Warshack Cleric lives. That's not good either. Sheep. No. No. But the Flame Cannon is very good. So, I think that's our route of action. So if we can Blades this, swing this into this, ping this, Flame Cannon that, eat it for 4. So now that lives. The whole point was having our Shredder live and not take as much damage as possible. So Flame Cannon there actually came in clutch. Thank you, Flame Cannon. So ideally, we're going to draw into Hogger and or Pyroblast and or Polymorph very soon. Any of which will be very nice. So we definitely need another Clockwork Knight. I think that's we don't have Lothab, which is pretty ideal in this deck. We don't have a Zerdrix. I would say maybe we even play Conjurer if we had that. We don't have that either. So I think just crafting the Clockwork Knight is a common. Come on, Polymorph. Alright, so is there any good way to deal with this? So we ping it, we swing, we ping. No, because we have to ping. Oh boy. That doesn't do it though. So we ping no matter what. Feels like such a waste if we waste both Frostbolt and Flame Cannon. But it saves our Shredder. Either way, we're wasting 1 spell or 1 creature, so I suppose you might as well. I'm gonna assume he doesn't have Light Bomb. This guy, by the way, does not have a cheap deck like ours. We already played all of our draw potential, so ideally, if he kills our field, we lose. I based, so, what, 2 spells pretty much clears our board significantly. Hopefully Shredder doesn't pop something bad. Well, coin into an 8-drop. What could he possibly play? He's going to have to heal the... Yeah, so he's going to heal that, so he has 6 mana left. So he's going to have to play another spell like... Powered Shield? Velen's Chote? What the fuck? He has me all scared. Didn't do anything whatsoever. So we could have killed one of our creatures to kill him, but if he had like better field removal, he would have used it. So I'm assuming he doesn't have better field removal. We still have 1 Fireball, a Pyroblast, and a Hogger in our deck. So, and a Fireball, which I mentioned. Holy Nova off the top, baby. Hell yeah. Epic card, heals for 2 every turn, and I got a 1 damage card. Hogger, come on. Mana Worm. Not so much. Well, at least we can do 2 damage a turn. So he pretty much has to heal every turn and not kill our creatures, and we can Pyroblast. Pyroblast right now, coming in clutch. I see it, guys. I see it. Alright, doesn't even matter. Sylvanas, Deathlord matters. So we're going to be Flame Striking for sure. See what comes out of the Deathlord. Ooh. It's really hard not to want to Flame Strike, because we Flame Strike, we Rusty Horns this, we swing both of these into that, it kills it. Or we can just Polymorph, go face, ping it. What would come out of our deck? A Hogger? A Clockwork Knight? A Mech Warper? A Shredder? I think we stay on the aggressive when we save Flame Strike. I'm down for that. I really don't want to leave this up, because he can Velen's Chosen it. We're also still pushing lethal next turn if we draw Fireball. What is that? 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He heals at 13, so we're actually 1 off lethal. No, because we can Polymorph after that. So that'd be 6, 7 mana? That'd be fine. All good in the hood. Pyroblast off the top. Hey, Hogger, how you doing? I think Hogger's fine. Give this taunt just in case he breaks through. This has more attack now. Swing, swing. Hogger makes another taunt. If he doesn't have a Holy Nova and or a Soul Priest and or a Light Bomb, I think we'll be alright. So if he doesn't have 4 cards that priests normally play, we're okay. Entomb, there it is. Rip Hogger. Bet he didn't. I bet this guy didn't expect to see Hogger though. So he heals freeze at 8. We Flame Strike. Oh wow. Flame Strike really doesn't do what it's. We have double Flame Strike. I think we use it no matter what. Do we kill this or not? How much damage? We have 6. We have 7 damage. Wow. I think we kill this card. Come on, Pyroblast. Don't be the last card in my deck. There's 9 cards left. If he doesn't kill Mana Worm, we win, because we can sheep whatever he plays and or Flame Cannon. He entombed the 1-drop Mana Worm. Rip Mana Worm. Oh boy. Is this the comeback I see? Is this the comeback? He can't kill Spider Tank with the Cultist, so he's going to have to Velen's. He's going to have to buff it somehow. Or put a taunt up. So if he puts a taunt up, we Polymorph and we ping. But he's probably going to heal, so the taunt would have to be over 8 mana. So I'm guessing he's going to attack in Holy Nova, and he's going to go up to 7 life? Pyroblast still kills you. Fireball still kills you. Lots of cards still kill you. Fireball still kills you. That was a pretty tough game, guys. That was pretty hard. That priest was actually running really decent cards. Besides the... No, even the 6-drop 5/4 was still really good. So I'm not really sure how long this episode has been, so I'm going to call it here. I have an essay to write, and yeah, so I think we're going to buy one more pack. We're at 740 gold. I am feeling lucky, guys. I'm really expecting, we already got an epic once, so I'm not really going to call an epic this time, but I'm going to expect maybe even a decent rare. Like, I'd be happy with a decent rare. We got bamboozled, boys. I'm sorry. I'm getting greedy with the packs. All right, no more packs. We're getting too greedy with the packs. It was too generous. We got the legendary when we called it. Let's take a look at this mage deck before we go. I really don't see... Like, it's got the early game here. One Clockwork Gnome may not be the best card right now because we do not need this. We don't need the spare parts. The Technician's fine. We probably need more 5-drops and 4-drops. So I wouldn't mind maybe throwing in... Yeah, let's throw in... We don't have another Clockwork Knight, but we do have an Aldor the Peacekeeper. And when I mean Aldor the Peacekeeper, I actually meant Defender of Argus. We're going to disenchant the Fen Creeper. We don't need that shit. Clicked Abomination. What kind of drugs am I on? There we go. So that's another decent 4-drop. Then we'll throw in a Water Elemental. May not seem like a card you'd expect. We're not throwing in a Water Elemental. We don't have enough room. I think the Defender of Argus is fine, though. I think this list is a tad bit better now. We have 2 solid 1-drops. We've got solid spells on turn 2. We have followed up with decent turn 2 cards. Like, we have a decent slot in every single one of these. And obviously the 7-drop, we take away a Flame Strike, add a Dr. Boom when we got him. Instead of the Hogger, we throw in Archmage. Instead of Pyroblast, we throw in a Lothab. So there's a couple cards that we can change here and there, but for the most part, it's not a bad budget mech mage. Anyway, guys, I enjoy you. I enjoy you. Thanks for watching the video. Always enjoy having you here at the inn. I'm Rob, of course, from Warshack, if you want to call me that. Happy whatever the hell day it is.